Have you ever wanted to fly around in a flying wing designed for one person? Well, today, that is what we are going to be building. Hopefully, we can get the main bit of the plane done, which is the wing, and possibly even the cockpit as well. I'm not sure we'll get onto the landing gear, but we'll go ahead and figure it out. So, let's go ahead and see what we can come up with. Okay, so I have no idea how I want this thing to actually look, but let's go ahead and try and design something that looks quite nice. So, we'll drop this backwards by about this much. There we go. We're then going to chuck this guy on the front end of here and send it out. We're then going to chuck this guy on the back of here, and we're going to send that out as well. And I want the wings to actually be really long. Yes. Even though this is only going to be designed for like 1 or 2 people, having super long wings is kind of fun. So there we go. Delete all of those. Attach these guys together. In fact, if I delete these guys, we could do this. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so that is the size of our wing. I don't know if it's too big, too small. I'm not sure. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and delete all of the extra pieces. These guys really do not need to be in here. So we're going to get rid of all of these all the way down the aircraft. Okay, so I think the ends of the wings should be this flat. Yes, so we're going to go ahead and do something along the lines of this. And that's okay. What we're going to do from there is try and figure out how to build this up. So we're going to do these guys going this way. Obviously, I am going to have to re-add these pieces. So chuck this one onto here like this. That's pretty good. Yeah. Chuck that guy into there. That's fine. Don't know how I'm going to do the actual bit on the wing. But what I'm thinking we do is we just chuck one of these guys on here. And we zoom it across like this. Yeah, there we go. Looks pretty good to me. On the leading edge of the wing, I don't know if this will actually fit, but we're going to send that all the way down to there. And that looks actually really awesome. That looks pretty good so far. Chuck that guy in there as well. Okay, beautiful. I think what I'm going to do as well is actually do the exact same thing on the underside. It'll save us time and just a lot of effort. So there we go. Grab these guys. We're going to copy it, flip it over, turn it around, drop it on the bottom side. There we go. Okay. Me being lazy is a good thing sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this seems a little bit too big, but it'll do. It'll do for now. What I'm gonna do next is probably add some engines. Okay, so somewhere around here is where we're gonna do this. Let's go ahead and delete these guys for now. There we go. Delete all of that, and I guess a lot of the wing. Loads of the wing has to be deleted. Okay, what we then need to do is chuck an actual jet starter thingamabobby in here as well. But that seems... Whoa, that's way too big. This seems like it's not really gonna fit. I'm not sure about you guys, but this doesn't look right. Anyway, delete these guys. Go ahead and shove this into here for now. There's 1. There's 2, and we can't actually fit a 3rd one in the middle. Alright, so, there are a few issues with doing it this way, but we're gonna do it this way anyway. So, let's go ahead and shove the jet compressor on next. There's 2 of those. We're then gonna go ahead and chuck the combustion chamber on here. I'm gonna have the fuel come out the right on this one, and the fuel come out the left on this one. That's okay. We're then going to add... I guess one of these guys on the back of there. We're also going to have the power generation on this side, on this way. And, wait. Is this right? That doesn't seem right. Oh, because I've put these on the wrong way around. Okay, so we're going to flip this over and have that come backwards as well. We're going to delete these 2 and make sure that they're on the right way around. That makes a lot more sense. There we go. But we do need to have it so that the thing is facing sideways. Is it? It is. Okay. Same on this one. There we go. So it's pointing this way. Oh, no, it's not. Why did that not work? I don't know why that didn't work, but there we go. It's fixed now. And then we're obviously going to go ahead and shove some exhausts onto the back of there. So that one, and that's fine. I don't know whether I should move it backwards from there, or whether we should leave it just as is. I think it'll be fine. Never mind, I'm cutting it and moving it backwards by 2. Yeah, by 2. There we go. So, merge that together. Awesome. We're going to do the same thing on this side, of course. So, grab this guy from here to here, all the way backwards to there. Cut it. Backwards 2. There we go. And paste it. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so I've actually moved the engines together instead, which to me makes a lot more sense than what we had, so that's good. We're going to go ahead and just chuck this over the top of there. We're going to attach these guys together like this, and on the edge of them, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and chuck these guys on. So that's going to go on there like that. We're going to chuck one of these guys on here like this, and I guess we're just going to go ahead and zoom it backwards. There we go. At the very end, we're just going to go ahead and do this guy. Same on this side, so we just do this, and I guess we send this across as well. There we go. Okay, I mean, it doesn't look kind of... doesn't look quite how I wanted it to look, but it looks okay. What we'll do then is actually zoom this around. We're going to send this upwards to there. We're going to do this as well, upwards to there. And then I guess I need to fill this piece in. That's fine. Okay. The thing is, though, it is going to change a bit. And it is going to change quite a bit, actually. Because I want the vertical stabilizers to be here. There we go. Alright, so engines are in. The vertical stabilizer supports are in as well. So we've got those. I do need to add the fuel into the wings. I also need to come up with where I'm going to have the cockpit. I'm not sure if I want it in the center or if I want to follow the Americans' design and have it sort of off to the side. I might do that. I don't know. I'm not sure just yet. But yeah, what I'm going to do next is actually add some stabilizers onto there. And then I guess we can start working on the center. I'm not even entirely sure how I want this to work, but let's go ahead and just zoom it upwards from here like this. I guess, there we go. We'll go ahead and delete these guys, obviously. Oh, I need to do this on both sides. I hate when I forget. I forget that I need to be symmetrical. Anyway, send this guy upwards like this. There we go. Delete all of these extra pieces. Do this guy up to here. And then do the same thing on the other one. Here we go. Zoom that upwards like, what? Like so, there we go. Delete all of these extra pieces. Shove this from here up to there. There we go. And then add the control surfaces onto there, I guess. I don't know, this feels wrong. Like, it does. It feels very wrong. These feel huge. Right, okay. Well, since we're putting them on anyway, let's just go ahead and do it. There we go, there we go. There we go, and there we go. Okay, what I'm actually thinking we do is we delete these two on the top. There we go. We'll chuck this so that it fits, and on the bottom, on the underside, we'll go ahead and sort it out. Okay, so delete this, and this, and this. There we go. Chuck that on there like that. There we go. And like that. And then on the underside, we can make it fit in as well, I guess. So I might actually just do this. Okay. It feels wrong, but we're doing it. There we go. Okay, we got vertical stabilizers mounted to our aircraft. Alright, so I was thinking maybe we could have the seat actually over here on this side. It is a bit weird to do this, but it's also fine. Now, you might have noticed there is a bit of a bulge on the bottom, and the main reason for that is because otherwise we'd have been sat way too high. So we're sat right here right now, and I think that's fine. So, what we need to do next is add, I guess, glass around the cockpit. And then we need to add all of the controls and stuff, and then possibly the landing gear today. I'm not sure. I mean, that is kind of ugly, and there isn't really a roof on it. We're just going to assume, or just pretend that there is glass here, but there really is no glass there. And it does look a little bit strange, but overall, I feel like, I don't know, it's an interesting design. Anyway, what we're going to do now is add some control surfaces to the ends of the wings. We're then going to add some more control surfaces in other places as well. And we're not going to have... how are we going to do this? I kind of like the idea of getting rid of these, actually, and instead of having rudders, we actually go with, I don't know what you call them. They're like the flying wing equivalent of rudders on the ends of the wings. I don't know. I feel like it would be easier to keep the rudders the way they are, but it's fine. In fact, anyway, let's just get through to it. Okay, so let's go to both sides. We're going to go ahead and grab one of these. And we're going to try and figure out how big it is. So if we go from here and we delete all of those, we can fit this right here like this. What I'm going to do is extend this forwards a little bit. We're going to chuck this guy in here like this. We're going to go to the other side and we're going to chuck it on there like that. There we go. And that's fine. I then want to add some pieces maybe here. So delete these guys a little bit. I kind of want it to go like there. So let's go to here really quickly. Grab ourselves a new control surface, like this one. And we're gonna mirror this on both sides. Oh, I can't mirror it on both sides. There we go. Alright, hold on. This one, and this one. Okay, grab this guy again. Chuck it onto there again. There we go. I think it needs to be the other way up. There we go. And then we'll just block this off for now. That's fine. Okay. What did I just see? There was some issue that I just seen. Was it this? Ah, it was this. Are they not in the same place on both wings? It looks like they are. I think they are. I just didn't mirror it, maybe. So we're going to go ahead and chuck this onto here like that. There we go. Delete that one. Chuck it on there like that. There we go. All right, good. Okay, fuel tanks. This right here is going to be the fuel tank in the wing, and that's fine. We're going to add some generators as well, so these guys are going to go on here and on here, and then all we need to do is go to fluid. We need to get a spawner, and we need to get ourselves a meter. So the meter is going to go on there like that, and the spawner is going to go next to it. We're then going to go to the spawner itself, turn it to jet fuel. There we go, jet fuel and jet fuel. And now we have fuel. Okay, we're now going to go ahead and paint the aircraft in, I guess, a strange color. I kind of want it to be yellow. It's kind of like what the US experimental aircraft were like, I guess. So we're going to go with this. Yeah, there we go. And I don't mean experimental aircraft. I mean, some of the flying wings were painted in like a yellow color. Anyway, let's go ahead and just zoom this across here, paint all of those. We're going to paint all of these ones, and all the ones at the back as well. We're then going to add some decoration to this too, and then I guess we do need landing gear in order to test this. Alright guys, I've added rudimentary landing gear, as you can see. But we're going to go ahead and just try and get into the sky with this as is. Unfortunately, there's a bit of an issue because my throttle is at full, but we are not moving. Also, the battery power is going down really quickly. Okay, I think I fixed it, but I'm not sure. Yes, we are moving. We are moving. Oh, we're in the air. Okay, so I can't lift up the landing gear, and we might be about to explode. Okay, throttle it back a lot. Throttle it back a lot. I have pretty much zero pitch control on this thing. I'm trying my best to nose down, and it's just not happening at all. Yeah, it's not working. That's not great. I think what I'm going to do is actually add some extra control surfaces on the ends of the wings, and they're just going to be tiny ones. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because it's actually the furthest point back on the aircraft, and generally that's the best pivot point to have your pitch at. We're then going to go on the interior, we're going to flip these over, and we're going to add 3 of these guys at the front, hopefully allowing it to be a little bit more controllable from there as well. So, pitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, excellent. And then these guys, 1, 2, 3, and then these guys over here, 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. Hopefully that's good. Here we go again. Hopefully this time we have a little bit more control over it. We are, of course, going into the sky. There we go. And the pitch is still working currently. Yeah, it's trying to fight a little bit, but it is working. I'm going to try and nose down. Yeah, nosing down isn't really working great. But we are flying, so this is a good thing, I think. Everything's sort of working out. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn around and try and land this thing now. Well, that's not what I wanted to happen, but that is what happened. Okay, we're underwater. Alright, I've modified it slightly. I've added these things on top of the wings. I've made the front landing gear a little bit different, and I've added a little bit of a bump on the bottom as well. Which is, I don't know, I feel like it makes it look a lot nicer, because it's a lot less flat. But, I don't know, it's still extremely flat. It's really, really flat. And kind of ugly. I feel like I could have done a way better job with this. So, maybe what I'm going to do is actually leave this video here for now, and I might revisit the idea of building a flying wing soon. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see what I can do. But for now, I think I'm going to leave it here. It's weird, I know, I haven't really done, like, a lot today. I mean, I've built a plane, but I haven't, like, it's not quite good enough, I don't think. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see. But anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed whatever the heck this was. And I guess... Whoa! I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye! There we go. My parachute's not opening. There we go. Beautiful.